Hi everyone, welcome back to the Strawberry Lily channel. Oh my god, I'm finally doing it. This is my first long form video in what feels like forever. I'm talking softly because I literally got sick out of nowhere, I think. Actually, I don't even want to say or acknowledge that I could be full on sick, but yeah, my throat and my ears hurt a lot when I swallow. So I don't know if that's like the precursor to some sort of flu or whatever. I feel slightly better this morning as opposed to yesterday, drinking my hot tea. Besides that, I've just been trying to pump myself full of vitamin C and praying that this is gonna go away by tomorrow because I need to go back to work. And I'm still in the beginning stages of my new job, so I really can't deal with the inconvenience of being sick right now. Yeah. And I have no idea how this happened because I literally did not leave the house for the past 3 days unless it was to go to the drugstore or the kombini, because we had a typhoon on Friday, so I didn't even go into the office. Like, my manager told me to work from home, even though technically I'm supposed to come into the office every day for the first month of the job. I think I manifested that, by the way, so kind of funny that I was forced to work from home even though my contract says that I can't. So take that, it just proves that there is no point in going into the office, like I have always maintained. Anyway, sorry, I just had to turn on the cooler because it's so humid right now, so there is gonna be some background noise. But today I thought we would try a full face of new makeup that I picked up, so I'm really excited about all of these items actually. I've got the Wakemake, I call this the blue jeans palette, but it's not blue jeans, it's like blue sand something. Blue sand blurring. I have a new eyeliner from Loveliner, Rare Beauty, blush, a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I literally only left the house to go buy this makeup, basically, so I don't understand how I ended up sick. Alright, so let me start off with my Etouce primer. I've been using this like flat top foundation brush from Shein. I feel like it kind of gets the job done of a spatula without the hassle of a spatula, and I just find the makeup spatula to be kind of like not the most comfortable to work with because it's so skinny. Like, my hand low-key be cramping, but with this brush it's kind of like you get both functionalities in one. You can spread it out thin like a spatula, but it also kind of semi blends the product into the skin for you. But of course I'm gonna go after that with my Immortals sponge puff, just tap everything in. And then for foundation, I'm going to actually pull out something that I haven't used in a while, this Maybelline Fit Me tint. Do you guys remember this? I actually quite enjoyed this when I first tried it out. No particular reason why I stopped using it, probably because I just got distracted by all of the cushion foundations coming out, but I do like the way this smells. So yeah, usually when I'm getting ready for work or something, I'll use cushion foundations just for the convenience, but now that I have this brush, actually it's just so easy for me to use my regular liquid foundation. Like, the combination of this brush and this sponge, yeah, I no longer have to just rely on cushions for convenience. Okay, brows are done. Eyeshadow time. I'm going to be using my super beat up, gross old Kaleidos Tone Activator eye primer. I actually finally ordered a replacement after I don't know how many years, so that's on its way soon in the mail. Alright, so we're going to be using the highly anticipated new soft blurring eye palette by Wakemake in number 19, Blue Sand Blurring. And I actually love the box. I love the whole presentation. See, it says vintage 1999. It is giving like 2000s denim, limited to Claire's, something like that. But yeah, it's called Blue Sand Blurring, and I love how they added the touch of the little ocean wave imprint on the bottom row here. I did swatch this on my hand earlier, and I have to say that I am kind of underwhelmed by the intensity of the pigment. It's not very intense, although that's not a surprise to me because it's Wakemake, but I don't know, I'm hoping that at least everything's gonna blend and have an even color payoff. It's kind of funny because I just got rid of my other Wakemake blurring palette, which was the lime green one, for the very reason that it was too light for my taste. Not in a bad way, just in a like, this is the style of the brand way. But anyway, this palette has some nice contrasting shades in it. Like, you have all the blues down here, of course, but then a grayish blue section here, and then browns, or yeah, peachy browns at the top. So we're going to use that to our advantage and create a contrasting look. I'm just gonna speed through this because if I talk through the entire eyeshadow application, we're gonna be here forever. Okay, there's a little bit of fallout when I try to do like a precise line. You see all over my nose. Not nearly done yet, but I think the look turned out pretty decent. It's just not exactly the tone of blue that I was personally hoping for. I mean, you can tell just by looking at the palette, but overall it's more of like a muted, grungy type of blue. It's not really the bright, you know, sky blue, robin's egg blue that I would have preferred, but it does definitely fit the whole 90s theme. It's giving like denim, yeah. So for eyeliner, I'm going to use my new Snoopy Love Liner collab. I literally only bought this because it was Snoopy, and it is in the color Mocha Greige. And it has Snoopy along with his brother Spike on the actual pen. Super cute. And the color is Mocha Greige, which is like exactly that cool toned greigey brown color that I've been obsessed with lately. The only thing about Love Liner, see, I know it's really popular, and when you swatch it like on your hand, it looks really pigmented and it glides easily and all of that, but I find that it dries really quickly when I glide it on top of actual eyeshadow. So watch. See, by the time I get to the tail at the end, it's like struggling to come out. That's the only thing I really dislike about the Love Liner liquid eyeliners. I don't know if it's so much the formula as it is maybe the brush itself. It just like absorbs eyeshadow and powder very quickly. When I leave this, like, you know, for another day or until the next day I do my makeup, by that point it's gonna saturate again, but I just don't like how it dries out mid application. I don't know if I'm the only one that's experiencing that, but lashes. This is literally the same style from Shein that I use over and over again, that I bought like 50 cases of. It's just very long and wispy, like it really suits my slightly hooded eye type, and it gives me that wispy manga lash effect that I'm looking for. See how wispy these lashes are, and they're long enough to like fan out from underneath my hood. That's the trick for if you have hooded eyes and you want to find lashes that work for you. But yeah, let me go ahead and, so what I like to do is, I've been really loving the greige color for my eyeliner lately, like especially the flick at the end, but sometimes I'll go back in with a true black and just fill in like the middle part, like in between the individual lashes, just to make that area more defined. But I'll stop like right here. I won't bring it all the way out to the flick, so that that can still be gray, and I feel like it just looks a little more subtle and nice that way. Okay, for mascara, I've had this for so long I almost forgot about it. The JUDYDOLL Curling Iron Mascara. This is in number 1, black. Ooh, that's some nice sleek packaging. Okay, so it's that metal wand that's actually kind of heavy, like the rod. Okay, I know I have falsies on, so you can't really see the true effect, but it's coating my lashes really well. It's like this really shiny black, and it's really filling in the gaps nicely. As far as lengthening, I'm not so sure. You see, it's really not doing much for my lower lashes, but then again, I have the tiniest lashes in the history of the world. An OG member of the Itty Bitty Lash Committee. If I tried Like if I used serums and stuff, I could curl them a little bit, but I'm too lazy to do that. Plus, I actually ordered one of those like lash stamper things. I ordered two, one from Shein and one from YesStyle, because YesStyle gave me like a $100 gift card basically for my birthday month. So I ordered that bottom lash stamping contraption. I'll try it out in another video. But yeah, actually this is not bad at all. Let me put on a second coat. It's very, very black. I'll give it that. Like, it really does saturate and coat your lashes completely. That could also be because it's a brand new tube. But yeah, I'm really glad that I actually have this, or I remembered that it was sitting around, because the Wakemake Metal Look mascara that I've been using, I forgot to pick up backups. This one has actually a smaller wand. Let's compare. So this is the Wakemake versus the JUDYDOLL. And I really do enjoy the Wakemake. This is the only mascara so far that I have been able to use even without falsies, and it will still hold a curl on my top eyelashes. But I forgot that it was limited edition and didn't go pick up any backups. Or I think I took it for granted in the back of my mind that they were going to make this a permanent item anyway, because that's the stunt that they always pull, Wakemake. But I don't know, maybe the joke's on me this time, because I haven't seen the Metal Look mascara anywhere since that first batch that they came out with. But anyway, let's move on to blush. So this next product might just be kind of like my favorite everyday item, you could say. It is the Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable Melting Blush in Nearly Rose. I picked this up when I was in Dubai. I know that this is like a very, very old item. I mean, it came out a long time ago. Now that I have it, I'm so annoyed that I didn't pick it up earlier, because I've been using the liquid blush. Because I first picked up the liquid blush. This is the one that was like most trending, I guess. And I liked this a lot in the beginning. I still like it, but I couldn't get over the fact that it was just a little bit patchy at times, like no matter how careful I was with blending it out. And I attributed it at first with just the color, like it's a very bright red. But then later, when I finally caved and picked up the cream blush, I was holding off on this because I was like, you know, you have too many blushes in your collection. Do you really need both the liquid and the cream? But I'm so glad I picked this up, because this one blends out so much more evenly than the liquid blush. And plus the color is just marginally better. So it's called Nearly Rose. It's just like a very, very soft pinkish red color, which has been the shade that I'm almost exclusively favoring these days. It just looks the most natural, in my opinion. It looks like, in Japanese they say kisshokukan. It looks like actual blood running through your cheeks, you know, like just that flushed natural look. And I just feel like the same, you know, natural fresh vibes cannot be achieved with any other color, like pink or coral or something. And it has to be like a cream or a liquid to have that dewy effect. So yeah, look at how natural and just perfect that looks. I love how it is also not too pigmented. I love how it's just like inherently translucent. Like, you don't have to worry about picking up too much product, because I feel like the formula itself is only like maybe up to 60% color saturation, which I think I heard some people complaining about. Like, that was one of the detracting factors to why I held off so long on purchasing this blush. I feel like there were some TikTok videos or something, I don't know, just a few select people said that they didn't like this blush as much as the liquid one, and so sadly I allowed that to influence my purchasing decision. But now that I have it and I've tested it out for myself, I can definitively say that this is my favorite blush, hands down, at the moment. Even the Tamagotchi one that I tried out last week, which I actually want to pull out just to compare the shades. This is the Tamagotchi blush. See, I feel like I'm purchasing the same shade over and over again, but when I swatch them side by side, you can see a difference. Yeah, okay, these actually have a similar undertone, I think. This is the Tamagotchi one, and this one is the Rare Beauty. So you see the Tamagotchi is actually a lot more pigmented and intense, and the Rare Beauty, it just doesn't get past like 50-60 saturation point, which is exactly the effect that I'm looking for when it comes to blush. So that checks out perfectly. And now for lips, I finally get to use this product, at least for the first time on my channel. This is the fwee 3D voluming gloss in Reddish Moment, and this is in the shade Angdu 30%. I've been meaning to do a video dedicated to fwee products for a while. I think I lost the other shade that I had of this. I had the vanilla one in 30%, and that was the one that I used the most. but then I think I lost it in my hotel in Dubai, and I just got like very annoyed after that, so I didn't. But I think I do need to do a dedicated video to fwee. They're definitely having a moment right now, especially with their blurry pudding pots. And yeah, the lip glosses, even the cushion foundation, which I actually really like this one. I did a dedicated video for this a while back too, but let me know if you want me to do a specific video only focusing on fwee products. I don't know if I'll be able to showcase every single shade in every product line, but we'll see. We'll see. They have a lot of different shades available, so I'm sure I will find quite a few that I would like. So I'm gonna lay down first the Sheer Balm Crayon by Revlon in 003 American Cherry, so that I have like a red base first before I put on this gloss. But yeah, the reason I like to lay down a red base first before putting on the gloss is because there's some weird like shrinkage that happens to this gloss, to where even if I'm applying it on the edges of my lips, like you see how I'm doing now, after the formula settles, it will start to like pull back almost. I don't know if that makes sense. I like to have my lip color stay exactly where I apply it, so I'll get like really close to the edge, right? But then because the formula is so like viscous, it's not super sticky, but it is a little bit heavy for my taste. Yeah, because of that, I feel like it just starts to pull back in after a while, and it will leave the edge of my lip to where most of the gloss is concentrated more in the center of my lips, which is not a big deal depending on the lip shape that you have to start out with. But for me, I really like to control that outer edge, and I feel like with this gloss I can't really do it. And I noticed the same thing about these ColourPop glosses as well. I forgot the name. The Ultra Glossy Lip from ColourPop. This was from their Valentine's Day collection. I remember feeling the same way about these. I really like the colors, and the formula itself was decent as well, but it just has that thing where it kind of like recedes into the center of your lip. But it just kind of has that thing where it recedes from the edges of your lips, and I don't know. I feel like that defeats the whole plumping purpose. So I do get very picky about formula when it comes to any type of lip gloss or plumping formula. But anyway, this is the final look. Oh my god, I literally just took a sip of tea and choked on it within an inch of my life. I can still feel it, but I think it's gone now. I was just drinking tea and then I went down the wrong tube, and that was like such a unnecessarily violent choking session. I can't even. This is gonna sound out of left field, but I feel like I've been battling with the literal devil all week. I'm not gonna get into specifics, but my god. You know how we always say that the universe sends us challenges and whatever in order to test us? I feel like some things that happened as of late is not even the universe testing me, it was like the literal devil in disguise. Anywho, I'm gonna add a little bit of this gold highlight here from my Dior Rouge Blush Duo. Okay, I don't have a proper brush, so I'm just gonna use this. I like the sparkly glitter in this pan. I feel like it matches my eye look today. I really sound like I have a full-blown cold now, don't I? This is because I choked for like 10 minutes straight. It's not because there's phlegm or anything in my throat. What is even going on? Okay, but this is the final look. What do you guys think? I actually really like it. So I will say some positives about the palette. Oh, first of all, random, but this grayish slate color here, I think it's really unique because it has glitter, like silver glitters in it. Very micro silver glitters. Okay, maybe that's not that unique, but I thought it was a nice touch. I used it as my lower liner so you can't really see the glitter, but it's a nice true slate gray shade is what I'm trying to say. I will say that I was very satisfied with the gradient that I was able to create with the blues. Like you can see they are clearly 3 different blue shades. These 3 down here, I feel like they could have just as easily all blended into one color into each other, like some other Asian eyeshadow formulas are prone to do. But these actually, you can see like the difference in shade between the 3. So that was nice. The shimmers at first I thought like, oh, it's a little flaky, you know, it was kind of getting all over my face. I don't mind kick up or fallout in general, especially if it's like a colorful eyeshadow palette, but yeah, I was just a little nervous at first because I thought maybe that would cause the glitters to not be as impactful as they could. But I think that once they are applied on the skin, they do pretty much stay in place, and it is a really nice effect. It's giving like Chinese glitter formula vibes, you know? They're all very, very finely milled, and it's actually similar. Like, you see the gold I have from the palette on my lids? It's similar to the gold highlight from my Dior blush. Like, texture-wise, it's the same kind of super finely milled glitter particles. So yeah, that part I like. It is just overall a little bit too toned down for me though, the actual saturation. But if you know anything about this blurring eye palette series beforehand, you will know that that is pretty much what you can expect. They are not promising anything super pigmented or loud in terms of the color payoff. And although like the grungy blue is not my exact favorite, I must say that it does fit their theme of the 1999 vintage vibes very, very well. This is truly giving me like denim from the late 90s and early 2000s vibes, like Guess jeans or something. And yeah, as much as I complain about the mutedness of the colors, I think that in real life, if I wanted to do a blue look for a party or something, this would be just right, because it does really look kind of fun and different in real life. It's just that, you know, the camera washes things out a bit, but I feel like I could definitely wear this IRL at a party or something and stand out but not look like a clown. The Rare Beauty blush, you already know how I feel about this. It's literally the only blush that I've been wearing so far since I got it, and I don't have plans of changing my ways anytime soon. The fwee gloss, I do really enjoy it, but I think you can kind of see now, like after it's settled, the gloss does kind of recede away from the edges of my lips into the center, which is fine because I put down that red lip crayon beforehand. But yeah, I just remembered too that that's why I originally did not even purchase this red color for me. So I prefer the vanilla one. That's the lightest one that they have. It's almost a clear gloss, and that one doesn't matter even if it recedes because you can't really see it because it's so sheer. But yeah, for the red gloss, it's coming back to me now. I actually picked this up for a friend in Dubai, but we ended up not being able to meet because she was busy. So I just opened it up for myself. It smells really nice. It smells like cherry, and it is somewhat true to the claims, I guess, like the fact that it's supposed to be volumizing. I think it does fill in my lips really nicely. Like, it won't emphasize your lines or anything, but I can't say that it's my favorite glossy lip formula, which is kind of a bummer, but can't win them all. So that's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments if you are thinking of picking any of these items up, or if you've already picked up and tried out for yourself. What did you think of the things that I tried today? Thank you so much for watching as usual, and I'll see you next time. Bye!